Testing.
I feel like I was TikTok. It feels so weird. This whole like it feels like I should be holding a real mic.
This is the mic. This is the mic of the people.
All right, welcome to Signature Move with me, Nudity, and Photogenesis. So, we started this podcast. We did a video before, and we had some technical issues, but we want to recap and just tell you our origin stories real quick, why we're doing this, where we come from, who we are, if you don't know, and if you do know, you know. But you'll learn more and more about the in-between as we go on with this whole podcast and shit, every day on the Signature Move. Well, now, I want to, switch the whole perspective to my man's photo on how he got so enthralled with photography and how he got into photography, before photography.
Man, formative years. Formative years. All right. So we're gonna kick it back. We're gonna kick it back to 2010. We're gonna do the same chronological timeline.
Yes.
I haven't been doing this that much time.
Early 2010.
Early 2010, swag era, dancing, drinking, wearing Vlados, shout out Vlados.
Jerking and jerking off, man.
Type shit. Type shit. Real, man.
You can't deny it. I'm a straight rider.
Wearing Mac Miller shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Had the I still got the Vlados. Vlados, if you're still around, send me some shoes. Yeah. Wait, was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I had to plug in some promo. Because I was the only nigga I knew at One's Mills wearing Vlados. Damn. So I went from skating. My background is skating.
As well.
I'm not a trained artist at all. I did not go to school for art. I got accepted into BSA, but they didn't like my cartoon shit. They only wanted fine art, so I said no. Chilling out with my skating homies. Shout out the whole Orange Bills Newtown crew. Shout out, the 1-7. Shout out fucking Phil and Beach and all of them. Those are my guys. Back in the G and shit. Oh, shout out Larry and shit too. Those is really his people. They kind of adopted me in a little bit because they're like, that's his fam. Those are my friends.
Those are the people that created the person that you are now.
Yeah, and for real, I can really say that from a very literal sense because, nigga, I didn't have no money for no camera. I didn't have access to cameras. First generation artist. My uncle was an artist. He was a drawer. He drew. I've always drawn. I drew over my class. Drew all over. I got sketchbooks that go back years, 2005, 6, all the way. Anime kid, if you couldn't tell. Yeah. We would get finished shooting, skate videos, doing little shit, just walking around, being kids, getting in trouble and shit. And I had the opportunity, after they got finished shooting to, mess around with the camera and shit. And I don't know, it just a
little dabble.
It just drew me in. It drew me in being able to
You got a little dose of the dabble.
Yeah, it mystified me because with the camera, you can take something that you look at every day and provide another perspective, provide another angle, manipulate something about the photo that tells a story. And once I was able to kind of trial and error, I maxed out my first car in college and got my first camera.
How much that camera cost?
It was maybe $500. That was the biggest purchase I had ever made in my life up to that point. At 21, I had never even had $500 at one time to even spend $500. Still working a shitty
Took a risk on you.
Family Dollar middle management job and getting paid weekly. So that $500 was everything I had. But I was like, fuck,
that's a big leap.
Yeah,
it's the same with me too. I mean, when Madison to Nudity started out, I put in whatever you could. It's like, just bet on yourself. Bet on yourself because you had you exude the confidence, the fire, the ambition, the passion, everything, especially when I heard the word nudity. I mean, that's just good.
No, it's safe. Sometimes that idea is saying you go to sleep thinking about some shit, you wake up thinking about some shit. That is a sign to fucking do it. Like, don't.
Especially like the project we got going on right now. I think you won't speak of it. We won't speak of it.
Coming soon. Coming soon.
You probably won't even know it's us.
It's okay. It's okay. Just know it's about to be some real fire shit.
We're about to
coming out.
Liminals like every year now and again.
We'll throw some little commercials, some little propaganda y'all way. Y'all gonna start seeing some different graffiti around the cities, wherever you're listening from. Shout out Hakeem, Visage Jamal. That's the homie. So let's get into a quick story time about my first ever paid client. This story really hits home, and it's like my Spider-Man Uncle Ben story, unfortunately. So stick with me. All right. I'm an accountant 101, CCBC Cayersville, the year's 2015 maybe. In the back of the class with this dude named Michael, aka Mikey Savage. Long live Mikey Savage. That's gone way too soon. Him and Trap John, shout out Trap John, put out one of the hardest EPs that was lighting up every single kickback.
What was it called?
It was called Trap Savage.
Oh, Trap is Savage.
Bruh.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the link in the video. Y'all need to check it out. That is a part of kickback culture. RIP Mikey Savage, man. That my first ever client. We're in the back of the accounting class talking, all shooting shit, talking shop. And he's like, yeah, I'm a rapper. I'm like, yo, I just got this camera, but I want to be a photographer. And he's like, all right, how much did you charge me to do some photos for me? And I was like, nobody ever paid me to do this shit yet. I'm still green as fuck. I'm just taking pictures of shit trying to see if it's blurry or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking the SD card out of the camera. Got the little phone attachment. Plugged it in. I'm still editing on my phone and shit. My computer was heavy as fuck. I wasn't taking that shit everywhere with me. I couldn't afford iPads. I couldn't afford sleeker laptops and things like that. Like I was roughing it there. I tell you, I was roughing it. On the bus, on the 77 bus to CCBC Cayersville, from the 54 to the 77, traveling with all my gear. Me and him meet downtown.
Sounds like humble beginnings.
Humble pie, bro. Humble fucking pie. We shoot downtown Baltimore. Take the train together. Two of the only niggas rocking Balmain jeans. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how much did those pair of jeans cost?
It was upwards of like 3 or 4. See, okay, I didn't have good money management. I did not have good money management. I was 21. I was 21.
I was on the same shit when I was younger too. Before I had the car, I was on the same shit. But now that I'm older, I've been looking at niggas like, you got this.
Through all of my other various activities,
all this Gucci
in my life,
taking a bus.
I was able to afford certain luxury items because of my extracurricular activity. Extracurricular activity. Shit. So, that experience was very transformative for me. It gave me the platform to prop myself up to even start my own portfolio. That was my real starting point, honestly. Nobody was given the opportunity to just, start doing stuff, start getting paid gigs. But my first real gig being a paid one changed the game for me. It showed me that it was possible. It showed me that me as a self-taught black artist could make money.
I know that definitely sparked off your confidence.
Literally, I had zero confidence. My confidence was on the floor. I didn't take a photo of a person. you know.
Even though this is video only or whatever, for somebody to reassure you, like, I will pay you money.
Yeah, literally. Because like I was doing self portraits. So some of my super early work, if you can find it online, you know, is a lot of work of myself. I think I took photos of myself a lot because it was, you know, less margin of error. I could go back and change it if I needed to.
Wait. So you would set up the camera and take a picture?
Yeah. Tripod, much like what we're using right now.
Okay. I thought for a second, I thought you was taking selfies and shit.
It's crazy because it's like a lot of people did start from the phone. This is 2015, you know. We've had more advanced phone. We have front-facing cameras, but I had my Canon T5 Rebel series. Got the full pack on Amazon with the bag and the little third-party accessories and shit. Like, you know, some of it. But, you know, I went from that to losing many cameras, gaining cameras, breaking shit. Oh, that's another story. So,
was it the $500 camera?
It was a little bit more than that. In the SD card, I had the
How many cameras do you do?
Question mark. I think I've had at least 8 cameras in the last 10 years. 2015 to 2025, I've had at least 8 cameras. Given some away, donated. Gained. I currently have 4+ cameras that I cycle through for my different various uses. This is the most cameras I've had at one time, as I've been able to preserve. The key is preservation. Treat your equipment nice. You're like, damn, like, why are you so mean to your camera, bro? Like, get a nice case. Invest in a nice case. Invest in nice equipment and keep it nice. So let's water it, grow it. So let's jump. That's 2015. Let's jump to 2017, 2018-ish. I get my first apartment. I decide that I'm going to create a studio. Again, self-taught. I'm just buying shit. I don't know what works, what doesn't work. They give you the little green screen, great, you know, cloth. That shit looks terrible unless you know what you're doing, you know. But
we've all been
there's a lot of YouTubers. That streaming culture wasn't what it was 10 years ago. The software is a lot easier to use.
You said it was like a green phone?
Yeah, I mean, literally, that's the white. It's called muslin. The fabric is called muslin. I had the white, black, and a green screen. That's all I had.
That's how relatable. Before I met this guy, I was doing my photos on my own, and I had a Canon camera of my own. I think that shit is $500. It was it's like $700. I had to get this content out there. I needed to put something out there, so I was just like, kind of one man bandman. And I did the same thing in the bedroom. My boy Zach, I mentioned earlier, he was the model originally for Madison, and he was in my bedroom, put the cloth up, trying to use it as a white background. That should look, yeah.
I know, bro. That's why I say muslin.
It looks so trash.
You have to get quality muslin. To everybody out there listening, do not get Amazon quality muslin. Get the good shit. Shout out Service Photo. Get quality material. I'm trying to tell you. Mark Davis was one of the first people to invest in my business. A mentor from high school. It's crazy enough. 10 years later, we end up working for the same company. So I'm a teaching artist for a company that he also works at. So he hits me up one day and was like, "Yeah, you know, how much do you need to do this thing that you're trying to do?" I said the price. He sent it to me. I got my first official studio gig. Shout out my dude Tito. He donated some quality strobe lights to me my first time using strobe lights. So they got the continuous lights and got the strobe lights. The ones that flash instead of the ones that just stay on like the light bulbs. The ones that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He donated those to
like hit the clicker. It's like
I had to get the transmitter, set up the transmitter to the receiver, and now. And my work quality went.
That's how you know what I'm saying is because I started photography and I my career being a photographer was so short. I think I was doing good for myself because I was doing shoots like on top of parking garages downtown and shit like that. I have my man's John just like off the very edge of the fucking shit, taking pictures and shit like that. We did a lot of shit. I'm trying to be different, doing it in the middle of the freeway. I don't know this shit.
It's hard, but you gotta let those ideas say you have to get that stuff out of your head. You have to do it. So like I said, it's belt to ass season, bro. Like do it. Like if you have an idea that keeps you up at night, do it.
Exactly.
Even
gonna eat you from the inside out.
Like bro, like no pause. For real. Like do it. Like you have to do it. Like I've seen so many people let their creativity die, and I mourn them. I mourn what could have been for a lot of people creatively, and I feel like I would be mourning myself. I can see myself going to the funeral of my creativity if I just let it die. Like it could have been so much. It could have been so big. It could have been so loud. Whatever.
It could have been.
I don't want to be a coulda, woulda, shoulda ass nigga. Like,
and there are tough, difficult times when you reach those points where you're trying to go up the hill and the hill becomes steeper. It damn near becomes vertical. Damn near impossible. You gotta turn into a mountain goat.
Yeah, you gotta take time off.
Because like I've had times where I wanted to give up. Like I've never told anybody this shit. But there's moments where it's just like, and fuck this shit. It's not getting anywhere. But at the same time, what keeps me going is the fact that out of the small amount of people, which I think is a lot of people that knows about it, the small amount of people that know about Liberty, there's way more people that don't know about it. That is still a mystery to me. So it's still a lot of footwork to put in. Even though it's intimidating, even though you gotta find different tactics and shit like that, even though it's oversaturated, you got a lot of competition.
But the best is going to always stand out. And once you find your market, you find the people who want what you got. Because that's not everybody. Not everybody wants to walk around with a shirt that says nuclear, but there are people that do, and they're willing to spend, and they're willing to support you.
But the one muscle in the mind, I think, conceptually, is consistency. Consistency, what I've learned as I've gotten older and older is the strongest type of characteristic or personality you can have when it comes to a business or even towards anything else. Because consistency will make. All right, I'm gonna give an example. When I dropped Chrissy off in the morning, this funny. When I dropped Chrissy off in the morning, there's this old dude with a sign that says "God love you." Whenever it's like we get halfway to a work spot, I'm dropping off. There's this guy that has a sign, he goes over his shoulders. He wears a mask. I don't know what he looks like, but he's wearing this COVID mask and shit like that. He just waves at people with his white glove. And at first we thought it was weird. Like when we first got this thing, he's consistent. And we've seen this thing for a year now. But when he disappeared, we were just like, too. It was around wintertime too. We always put the line together. We connected too. And it was like maybe he went away for the winter and shit like that. But we were so used to seeing him. At first we thought it was weird. And we would do the little wave. But he just came back out like probably 2 weeks ago. And we both blowed up. We both was like, it's the guy. He started waving and everything back at her. He just waving in the distance like, consistency, man. Yo. You don't. Oh, wow. Because he's implanted it on mine from doing it every day.
That's a fucking bar, though. You do not know who's watching. The amount of likes or views that you get does not equate to the actual quality of who's watching. You can have one subscriber, but that one subscriber could be the person to give you that opportunity. I don't know if y'all know about Rex Orange County. Look up his story about how Tyler the Creator found him. Discover him as a person on YouTube doing stuff 10, 20, 30 views. But he still put his work out there. And Tyler the Creator reached out to him. Yeah. And that's one of a really cool rapper. He has this verse in the song that has stuck with me for like 10 years. He said, it really took me 10 years to become an overnight success. And I first heard him on the OVO playlist over 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it really happens like that. Like, be consistent. Even if you have to take hiatus, even if life starts life, even if you can't afford to turn your lights on sometimes, and you know, you gotta deal with real nigga shit. Because that's real. You gotta deal with what's in front of you.
It takes a lot of effort.
So come back.
Yeah. It takes a lot of effort to stay consistent. To stay consistent. It takes a lot of effort. I feel like that's the strongest characteristic you can have, staying consistent. Staying true to your word and staying consistent.
Integrity.
It really could help snowball into something big. Like, even with this, like, motherfuckers, like, it might be motherfuckers' first time just even seeing this video right now, and just wondering what the fuck are we doing. Two dudes in the middle of our house on mics. But shout out our house. That's where we're located right now, as our podcast studio. But we're gonna transcend into something bigger. But you might be looking at it strange, just like how I was looking at the dude with the sign saying "God loves you" very strange. He does that every morning for no reason. I don't know what the end goal is. But it definitely brings a joy to my heart now that we've gotten accustomed to him. We've gotten familiar with him. And so we're going to do this every week too. You guys, I'm talking to you. Get familiar with us.
Straight right to the camera. Ripping off shirts, ripping off shirts. Type shit. So real shit. Yeah.
So we're coming close to the time where we got to end this. You wanna end off with the rest of your story?
Yeah. So I think I've done my shout outs. Did I get the whole hood shout out?
Yeah. Shout out the whole hood.
Shout out Buckeye. Shout out the 1-5. Yeah. Shout out Reservoir Hill. Damn. Another pivotal moment. I would say getting consistent clientele, having return clients. So from that era onward, I actually have,
that's
consistent clientele, and the trial and error is like doing things. Some shit really didn't work. I have people who probably will never work with me again because I fucked up. I have to own that. I have to own it. But I also can ensure a certain quality of work now in 2025. Like, I'm so glad to have so many reviews. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna keep it short. My first ever art show, me showing my work. I had an epiphany one day. Instagram, showing my work on Instagram is cool and stuff. I get clients through Instagram. I will always love Instagram for attaching me to art. But once I started to print out my art in a physical format and framing my work, I reached out to Mobtown Ballroom, but it wasn't Mobtown Ballroom. It was, what would they used to be called?
Oh, the name was
North Ave Market. Shout out whoever ran North Ave Markets. I sent them a cold fucking email, and he said, "Hey, we would love to have your art." And I'm like, yo, I'm really about to have my first solo show. They had free video games, they had free arcade games, they had a bar, and people showed the fuck up. And during that time of my life, I had a lot of shit going on. I had a lot of deaths in my family. So, I persevered and I showed up. I showed maybe 15 pieces, and I used Walmart poster frames, and I sold 4 pieces that night. Family, friends came through and was like, hey, my mom still has one of my first prints that I ever made of my homie Brandon Woody. Shout out Brandon.
That event was the one I went to, right?
Yeah. North Ave Market. And that's at the same time, the LED billboard had put up my work. So I think a lot of people may have come to the event because of that. And that was like, I think my actual. So, like, you know how they have soft launches or hard launches on Wicked Brand? That was my fucking hard launch. You feel me? Like, I was
executed perfectly because you had the whole experience from the food being there. It was already a place that was serving food and everything. So you had the food there. I think you had a performance too.
Kaylin performed.
Yeah, there was a performance, entertainment.
Yo, literally, my brother, shout out Mason, shout out my little bro. Shout out Moist God, Mason's Lament. That's bro, like, that's like brother from the same mother type shit. Like that's he really brought me together with the sounds. And my whole community came through, my tribe came through, friends, family, loved ones. My lady at the time, like, y'all really made that a very special moment for me. And I could not talk about where I am now without talking about that. That set the tone for me, showing work in New York, showing work in Michigan, showing work in Philly, showing work in, hopefully you'll catch me at an art gallery really soon, a big art fair. That's like one of my biggest goals right now.
It's next step for both of us. You know, I've been talking about the brand this whole time, but just know I'm an artist first. Having the past couple of years doing this career and everything, I really haven't gave my own self a chance to really indulge in just being an artist first. So you're about to see a lot of that come out of me, because this dude right here, he inspires me to do that with the art shows that he's been booking, with the work that he's done, just, you know, from the whole aesthetic and everything. So you're about to see more of my work when it comes to painting, when it comes to drawings, when it comes to just galleries, when it comes to just in-person meetups.
Oh yeah,
you got it. You're about to see that come up too.
Hey man,
yeah.
Shout out Black Genius Art Show. We're gonna be hopefully doing something with them this year with a couple other homies in the community. So definitely look out for it.
When he had mentioned Black Genius
Art Show,
I feel like I've heard of it before, but at the same time, I'm there.
They're around, man. Shout out to these black men out here. You know, we're doing shit. Bro, but you know. Yeah. Hopefully they see this and they feel that they feel their flowers for, you know, creating an ecosystem or creating a platform for people like us to continue to show art, and then being right there in the heart of the Bromo art district. You know, I really hope that we get to work with them very soon. So planting that seed, Yeah.